Guys, we had a big change of plans. I'm so thankful for the concrete pad because it's just gonna rain, and we're supposed to get ice on Monday. I will show you kind of what I eat in a day. I know a lot of you have been interested in that, and especially now since I'm eating a much healthier diet. Oh, hurry. It's cold out there, isn't it? You did that quick. So since today is absolutely cold outside and I'm not going out in this, so today we are going to cook in the kitchen. I will show you kind of what I eat in a day. I know a lot of you have been interested in that, and especially now since I'm eating a much healthier diet. So then you can see what I'm eating and how many times I'm eating a day. All right, guys, let's get started. Oatmeal is first on the list because it's cold, and oh, it just sounds so good to warm up the body. So usually I put the honey in the oatmeal after I have it in a bowl. Because it's so cold outside and the honey's really cold, I'm gonna actually put it inside the oatmeal while it's cooking to keep it warm, because this thing is just, it is rock hard. So it's gonna have a hard time melting inside the oatmeal, and it's gonna make my oatmeal cold. So we're just gonna stick it down in there to let it kind of melt with the heat. It's starting to come off the spoon now. There it goes. It's starting to really see how hard that is. It is just so cold. Stir that all around. I also add coconut oil, but it is also rock solid. Chunk it up with a knife and put it in there. It smells so good. I suck at doing this left-handed. I also like to add some chia seeds. Also some cinnamon. I love cinnamon. I put it in my coffee. Oops, I think we're out. We are. Thankfully I have another bottle. And there she is. My oatmeal, raisins, chia seeds, cinnamon, and coconut oil breakfast. Yum, and it's nice and hot. It'll certainly feel good on this cold winter day. One of the problems with it being so cold outside, just doesn't heat up fast enough in here with the furnace on electricity. So it was a double-edged sword. I could use gas, the propane, and it would heat up a lot quicker, but for some reason when it's on electricity, it just doesn't heat up as fast. It takes a lot longer. So guess what? I have the fan running to heat it up quicker in here, get that temperature up, you know, where it's much warmer. Then keep the heat going on with the furnace, and that should do it. That usually does a trick. What I had this morning also was that oatmeal, and then I always have, I always have coffee as well. I was using a dairy creamer before, but I switched to a plant-based creamer, which is this almond and coconut creamer. I really like it. I actually prefer the plant-based creamers. And then the other thing that I do is I have water. I have this whole thing of water, and I put lemon in it. I have a bunch of lemons, and I just squeeze lemon in there, and I have that throughout the day. I'll also sometimes put apple cider vinegar in there as well. It helps to create a better pH balance, I think, in your body, and it also tastes really good. Oh, it feels much better in here. Now, let's see. That dashboard heater, it took all of about 4 minutes maybe to heat up this place really nice and toasty. And then hopefully the furnace will kind of keep up now. We'll see. If not, I may have to turn the dashboard heat on again. Hey, it works. Don't judge me for it. All right, guys, it is lunchtime. It's still cold in here. It's getting better though. I think it just takes a little while for that furnace to like really kick in, you know. We're gonna make lunch. So I'm having a cucumber, tomato, onion little salad that I'm gonna put some apple cider vinegar in, and then I'm gonna finish off the rest of my chicken sausages that I have. I have one more left, and I'm gonna finish off this small little bag of spinach that I have and cut up some peppers. We're gonna saute that all in a pan. So let's get started. So I've already washed all of the vegetables here. We're just gonna cut some up really quick. Ooh, is that frozen? God, it almost feels frozen. Oh God, I think it is. It's a little bit frozen. All right, we're going with it anyways. So we got some nice bites in there. I like to pre-cut up a lot of these vegetables so that it's easy whenever you want to put stuff together. I'm just gonna do a little bit, not too much. I like to make this salad first because that way we can get the vinegar kind of setting into the vegetables, which typically you might want to do it a little bit earlier than what I'm doing, but it's all right. We're just winging it. Lots of tomato. I love tomatoes. So the next thing is some good quality apple cider vinegar, which I have here. This is the Bragg's Organic, unfiltered and raw, which I like. So just give it a good shake because it gets a little cloudy here. You want all that goodness to come up to the top. That's about enough. Do some salt. This is sea salt that I put inside this actual shaker. I'm just reusing this shaker so I don't have to buy a new one. And pepper. I'll just give it a quick little stir so it's all mixed in. Come on, little cucumbers. Come apart. There we go. So I'm just going to set this aside. Usually I would put it back in the fridge, but you know, since it's so darn cold in here, it's going to be just fine, and it's not going to be sitting for long before I start to eat it because this sausage meal will whip up very, very quickly. So I just like to cut it up again in bite-sized pieces. Throw all that into the pan. Oh, this is so easy, so quick, and it's healthy. Nice and easy. Probably wait to throw the spinach in there. No, let's just go ahead and do it. Do that, and maybe a little bit of onions as well. Some added flavor. So we have our pan already. It's on my induction cooktop. I'm going to add just a little bit of olive oil to the pan, just to give it some fat to kind of move everything around and keep it nice and moist. We're gonna turn it on, get this thing started. Oops, psh, Amber, throwing stuff out. Throwing it out. All right. So I just want to stir and get all that olive oil on the bottom of the pan. I could have put the olive oil on first, but because I was cutting everything up, I just threw it in the pan, and so olive oil goes in last. It's all good though. This is the quick and easy way. The sausages are already completely cooked. It's just the vegetables that we really want to saute and get them a little bit more tender. And then obviously the sausages we want to heat up. The vegetables are starting to get tender. Sausages are heating up. They're browning a little bit even. So colorful. Dish of sausage, chicken sausage, onions, peppers, and spinach. Here's the lunch together. So we have our sausage and vegetables, and we have our cucumber, tomato, onion salad with apple cider vinegar. Looks yummy. It smells so good. I love this. I love vinegar. You could use, instead of apple cider vinegar, you can use like a champagne vinegar. Some people put olive oil on it, but because I'm cooking with olive oil, I just didn't want to put it also in here. And I actually like it really without the olive oil. It's nice and simple, and it has such a good flavor. It's so good. Really, really good. The vinegar has soaked in really nicely to this too.
Lily, are you finally getting up? Are you finally getting up? It's late, Mama. Are you curled up under the covers? You're nice and warm. I love you. I love you. You ready to eat your breakfast yet? It's really late. You're late for breakfast, Mama. What? You gonna give Mama kisses? I have onion breath. Oh, it's so bad. I have onion breath. I know. They're so silly. Okay, let's eat. Let's eat. All right.
So this is what Lily eats. She has a little bit of dry kibble. Well, I have a huge bag of this dry kibble, so I put it in these Ziploc bags so I can put inside the drawer. So I'll put a little bit more of this in here. It's Instinct is the brand name. Then I give her this. It's Fresh Pet. This is a different one that I usually give her. I usually give her this one. It's like a roll of it, and it's great. You can freeze them really well and cut it out, but they're always out of it. So the last time I was at the store, this is all they had, and she loves it. I think way more than that roll of it, and it actually smells really good. So I don't know if you can see in there, hopefully. Just a little bit of that. The other thing I give her is this Ultra Oil Skin and Coat. It's a lot of omega-3, 6, and 9. So here's the thing with her. A couple of years ago, she had a really bad issue with her tail where it got like a sore on the end of the tail, and I wasn't sure what was going on. I thought her tail was dying, but so I just have to supplement with these omegas, and that has done the trick. That tail issue went away, and she hasn't had any other issues. It's just really good for their skin and coat. One squirt in there. I also put a little bit of water, just a little bit. I'll just give this a good stir so it's all nice and mixed together. Lily, you hungry?
Lily, you ready? Get your food, Mama.
So in the afternoon, a lot of times, instead of having another cup of coffee, which I would really love, but coffee, as I've aged for some reason, has really affected my body so that I just can't go to sleep at night. So instead, what I do is I make, I have a variety of teas, but this is one of my favorites. So green tea with matcha in it. So I'm gonna drink that. Supposedly it really helps you lose weight too. All right, it is time for dinner. We're gonna do the tuna steak, quinoa, and I think spinach maybe? Yeah, spinach. So first I'm gonna start off by doing the quinoa in the Instant Pot. So I'm just gonna use organic quinoa, and it's 1 cup of quinoa to 1.5 cups of water. So there's my 1 cup of quinoa, and this is gonna make a lot, but I like to have leftovers. There's 1 cup of water. Another 1/2 cup there. The other thing I like to do is to put in a little bit of this better than bouillon. Gives it a little bit extra flavor. It's like a broth that you've been cooking it in, but you don't really need that much. That's probably good enough right there. So I just put it in and stir it up to kind of get it all in there. Put the lid on. Set it to closed for the venting part. So this is interesting. Quinoa doesn't take that long to cook, so we're going to high pressure cook it for 1 minute. And then we naturally release it for 10 minutes. And then it's just perfect. You'll see. So the quinoa is done. It actually just released. So I know this because the little button here actually went down. If I move this so that it's venting, steam would come out if it hadn't released. And no steam just came out, so we are all good to go on the quinoa. Oh, I actually forgot that I want to do some mushrooms too. And onions. So I already washed these mushrooms and prepped them yesterday. So I just need to cut up some to put in the pan to saute. I'm just going to throw all my veggies inside here that we're going to saute. So a little bit of red onion, not too much. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of sesame oil on it. I'm just going to do some salt, pepper. I like lots of pepper on mine. I'm actually going to do some red pepper flakes as well, just a little bit, not too much. There we go. And our vegetables. They're looking nice. Real nice. Look at that. They smell good. also going to add a little bit of soy sauce. These are done now. Turn it off. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit more sesame oil in. If there's any left, I'm almost out. Come on, sesame oil. Turn that pan on. We're going to sear it. So I do have a sear setting on here. It says 420 degrees. It's time to flip her over now. Had to turn the fan on because it gets smoky in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Just beautiful kind of pink on the inside. Not too raw, but it's just nice when it's just this nice sear on the outside. The vegetables that I'll just put right there on top of the quinoa. I'm just going to put this right here. Oh, look at that. Oh my god, that is beautiful. And that is dinner for tonight. Woo, yeah. She is nice looking. Oh my goodness, isn't she pretty? Oh, it looks so good. Alright, I'm going to try out a piece of the tuna. Oh my god. That is really, really good. I could probably do with a little bit more pepper on it, but I like it. And then the quinoa and vegetables. Oops, I lost a mushroom. Oh, Lily, you hungry too? Lily probably smells the tuna. It was a success! Alright guys, I hope you liked my little segment today. It's what I had to do with being in the van all day long because it's so cold outside. Still like in the 30s. It never got above the 30s here today. And it was rainy and drizzly, so we stayed in all day. I worked and I cooked. So you got to see everything that I ate in a day. I won't have anything else tonight. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I love all you guys. You guys have been blowing up my channel. Again, I really, really appreciate it. And I'm just glad that you like what I'm doing here, and I hope I'm inspiring and motivating you guys. That is what I want to do. I love being able to help people. And so go out there and chase your dreams. Don't wait. Do it today. Start at least planning. You may not get there for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, but whatever that is, start working towards it. We don't always know what's going to happen in our life, and you don't want to live with regrets. So go out there and do some story chasing. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
And it was somewhere then I started to feel